Hello volunteers! Thank you for volunteering at our annual Winter Wonderscape Holiday Light Show. Our volunteers play a vital role in this event, from setup to teardown and each night of the activity. Wherever you volunteer during Winter Wonderscape, we like to go over a few key items to make sure that your roles and responsibilities are clear, that you know how best to help guests in need, and that you have an enjoyable experience. First, please remember that you represent Ryman Gardens. The goal is to provide positivity, inclusivity, and merriment to our guests. You should not be on your phones while stationed at your post. Your role is to create a festive atmosphere. Please make eye contact with our visitors and talk to them. Welcome them to the light show, ask them how they're doing, or inquire what their favorite spot is so far. Winter Wonderscape is a seasonal celebration, not a religious one. In the spirit of inclusivity, please do your best to use non-religious greetings whenever possible, or simply thank visitors for attending the event. This year, we are stationing volunteers in a few new locations, and we are attempting to move volunteers at least once so that you can experience more while you volunteer. East Gate entry volunteers will work alongside staff to greet visitors as they arrive and help them advance through the line. Ask visitors to have their ticket pulled up on their phone or their printed ticket ready to go. If there are enough volunteers, some may be stationed near the entry sign just past the kiosks to take photos of visitors who request it. Most importantly, get visitors excited for Winter Wonderscape. Ask them if they've been here before, what their favorite thing was last year, or hype them up for the musical guests performing tonight. Here's a quick tutorial on what we are looking for on our tickets, just in case you feel comfortable helping a visitor who asks for help. Here is what the confirmation email looks like. The email will come from Ryman Gardens. If somebody says they can't find the email but they know they received one, tell them to look up Ryman Gardens or Fair Harbor. Note there is a yellow highlighted box that says, Important, your tickets, with a box to click to go to your tickets. Clicking this will bring up the QR code in the ticket. Note that you can see the date and time on the main email, so you can check that they are here on the right date and time. Here is an example of a QR code. This is what they want to present at the kiosk. It can be printed or on their phone. Note, each QR code should also show the date and time so you can check that they are here at the right time. Tricklet Tunnel volunteers have a few different roles. First, let guests know that they can either go through the Tricklet Tunnel or around it if they don't want to walk through it. Make sure children do not pull on the lights or try to swing from the lights. You can go through the tunnel yourself to untangle lights as needed. You can also offer to take photos of guests in the tunnel if it looks like they would like to get a picture. Elwood volunteers have two main roles. This is one spot along the route where there is some crossover with traffic heading in different directions. Keep an eye on where guests are coming from and point them in the right direction so that they don't go the wrong way. Elwood is always a popular spot where people want to get photos together. Offer to take photos of groups with their phones or cameras if they would like. Don't forget to spread the holiday merriment by asking if people are having fun, what they've enjoyed the most so far, and anything else that comes to mind. The Orbs and Cubes are a new activity this year. Our lit orbs and cubes are available to play with on our south lawn. People are free to pick them up, gently stack them, and take photos with them. Volunteers should make sure people are being gentle and careful with the orbs and cubes. There should be no climbing, throwing, or roughhousing with or on the props. If this is happening, a gentle, let's be more careful with that orb, friends, or these orbs and cubes are breakable, so let's not climb on them or throw them, please. Again, if you need backup, use the walkie-talkies to call a staff member to your location. We can be the bad guys. Patrol volunteers will simply walk the route and let us know if anything is wrong or help is needed. Alert staff to the following: any light strands that are not lit, any slick spots or debris that needs to be tended to along the path. Check on volunteers stationed in different spots to see if they need anything. Offer to cover for them if they need a break or want you to bring them something. If any trash cans are starting to get full, or anything else you notice that might need to be tended to. Use your walkie-talkie and let staff know where you are and what the issue is. Stay put until a staff person arrives to your location, unless they let you know that they are on the case and don't need your help. Staying put will allow you to alert other visitors of anything they need to know, such as, watch out, we're getting sand for this slick part, or we see this section of lights is out and we're working on it. Check in with the volunteer lead after each full circuit of walking the route to make sure that they don't need you anywhere else before you start again. A few last housekeeping items. You will receive your starting location assignment after this video. Once you know where to go and who you will be with, each location-assigned group should grab a backpack, one walkie-talkie, and light belts for each member of your group. To use the walkie-talkie, hold the speaker side to your mouth. Hold down the button on the left side and speak. Keep the button held down the entire time you're speaking, and then let it go when you're finished speaking. People cannot hear you if you don't have the button held down while you're speaking, and they also cannot hear you if you keep the button held down when you're done. The backpack should have tissues, a flashlight, a safety button in case of an emergency, a Winter Wonderscape guide which includes maps and emergency procedures. You can add extra hot hands or snacks to take with you as well. The lit belts help identify you as Ryman Gardens volunteers and provide you with a bit of authority should you need to redirect a guest. Please remember that you are not responsible for dealing with difficult guests. If you attempt to redirect a guest and they remain uncooperative, use your walkie-talkie to call a staff person to your location. Take breaks as needed. There is hot cocoa, coffee, and tea. You can use a reusable mug to take out with you while you're in the gardens. Please return these to the volunteer break room before leaving for the night. We also have snacks and hot hands for everyone who wants them. Don't forget to sign in on the sign-in sheet before heading outside. You do not need to sign out. If you are a Ryman Gardens volunteer, Kim will manually enter your hours into Better Impact next week. You can grab your complimentary Winter Wonderscape ticket from the front desk on your way out tonight. For those volunteering on December 30th, you will receive a free pass to visit Ryman Gardens instead. You can use these tickets for yourself or give them away as gifts. If you have any feedback about your experience tonight, please leave it on the clipboard or reach out to Kim Hope, Manager of Volunteer Engagement, rgvolunteers@iastate.edu. Again, thank you so much for volunteering for Winter Wonderscape. It might be cold, but it is always fun to share in this holiday tradition with our community.